It looks like The Rock is paying his dues because look what he wore at the Met Gala. These celebrities sure do love to humiliate themselves.
The most masculine men, but not that I'm one of them, but the most masculine men wear lava lavas and skirts.
Mr. Idris, can you see the fashion please? Right here, sir. Can you see the front?
You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear.
Last year, it was Shaboozey. This year, it's The Rock, Damson Idris, and a whole bunch of other black men degrading themselves at the Met Gala. And it's not even just the men this year. Did y'all see what Doechii wore? And then Serena Williams? Why would her team not tell her how crazy this looks? And let's not forget Cardi B. She was literally dressed as an intestine. Now, we all heard about the so-called dress ritual, where they allegedly pressure male celebrities to wear dresses and skirts, like it's some kind of symbolic emasculation ceremony. But now, Katt Williams is saying people miss the point completely. According to Katt, the dress, or any outrageous outfit, is a loyalty test, a sick little game of how much are you willing to degrade yourself to stay in our club? It's about obedience, submission, and breaking you down so you'll say yes to anything they ask next.
That's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
But then, Katt went even deeper, saying all of it. Celebrities wearing weird stuff, getting humiliated on purpose, those fake controversies you see every other week, and even this whole push they keep calling the trans agenda. He says it's all connected. He claimed it's tied to Baphomet worship. Like, the elites in Hollywood are literally doing occult rituals while we're sitting here arguing about outfits.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
Now let's talk about this year's Met Gala, because it was a mess. Almost nobody was on theme. Everyone was dressed in basic fits, no creativity. And then of course, there was the obligatory man in dress. This year it was The Rock, who wore a skirt along with a $3.3 million watch. And when asked about it, he said that in his culture, only the manliest men wear skirts.
Great. Well, what I shared with Tom Brown's team is that, that first they sent the illustrations over, and hey, is DJ going to be cool with this pleated skirt? And I was like, well, look, in our culture, Polynesian culture, we rock lava lavas, we rock skirts. The most masculine men, but not that I'm one of them, but the most masculine men wear lava lavas and skirts.
And look, it's true that in many Polynesian cultures, men wear a wraparound garment that looks like a skirt as part of their traditional attire. But The Rock didn't dress in traditional Polynesian garb. He dressed in what looked like a woman's suit. And if you check what people online are saying about The Rock's Met Gala look, they're not buying the whole "it's my tradition" storyline. Someone on X wrote, "Hey look, they finally got The Rock in a dress. He held out longer than most, but the humiliation ritual for many men of color in Hollywood remains virtually undefeated. Hopefully, this gets him a couple of big movies." And another person took it further, saying, "When you see a male celebrity in a skirt, it means their bank account is getting low, and they're offering up the booty to the Hollywood gays for money and movie roles." And then there was Damson Idris out here frolicking around like a girl. He just got dumped by Lori Harvey, so he went to the Met alone. And while he didn't wear a skit, people still thought he was giving feminine energy. And y'all, some people even mistook him for Lil Nas X.
Mr. Idris, can you see the fashion, please? Right here, sir. Can you see the front? Mr. Idris.
The theme for this year's Met Gala was costume art, and the corresponding dress code for guests was fashion is art. So did Damson even try?
Now A$AP Rocky, on the other hand, he definitely tried, but that doesn't mean it looks good.
In fact, people are saying things like, "I'm glad he's finally the bad B he's always desired to be." Someone else said he looked like he pulled up in a pink Victoria's Secret bathrobe. Now let's talk about women for a second, because I can't get over this Doechii look. Just why would she do this? Is she wearing invisible Balenciaga heels? Like, what was the purpose if not to humiliate her? One fan commented on Doechii's look, "This is disturbing to see. Doechii is looking like a slave at an auction. Very disappointing." And we can't forget about Erin Rose Phillip. She's the first black transgender woman with quadriplegic cerebral palsy to be signed to a major modeling agency. And she was invited to this year's Met Gala. And no shade to her, but doesn't this feel like they're mocking her? Do you think that the agency that signed her, or Anna Wintour, who invited her to the Met Gala, actually cares about her? It's just a display of pseudo-virtue, and this person's unfortunate circumstance is being used to push an agenda. So let's look at the bigger picture.
According to what Katt Williams said about the industry humiliation rituals and the rumored Baphomet worship, the Met Gala isn't just a fancy fundraiser for the Costume Institute. It's a modern-day ball where celebrities embarrass themselves. The theme doesn't matter. What matters is the hidden rule: surrender your dignity. Look at the outfits. They're often grotesque, uncomfortable, revealing, or dehumanizing. Feathers, latex, chains, exaggerated silhouettes that make them look like a puppet or a sacrifice. It looks ritualistic. The celebrity is stripped of their everyday glam image and remade into something strange, even monstrous. The celebrities are paraded up those steps like an offering, enduring mockery and memes, all while smiling. Why would they agree? Well, according to Katt, it's because participation signals loyalty. It's a test. Will you wear the absurd, humiliating costume we design? Will you let the world laugh at you, call you crazy, while you stand there frozen in couture? Passing means access to deals, protection, fame. Failing means exile. Some go further, claiming certain outfits have occult symbolism. Horns, eyes everywhere, inverted crosses, broken doll imagery. And then there's the demonic angle. Many people point to the timing because the Met Gala is held on the first Monday in May, close to Beltane, an ancient pagan fire festival. And then you look at all the repeated motifs: serpents, blindfolds, architectural costumes that make the person unable to move, and the fact that even youngins are sometimes dressed in disturbing ways. Officially, the Met Gala has a strict 18+ age policy, but this year, Beyoncé and Jay-Z brought Blue Ivy, who's only 14 years old, and she was dressed like a grown woman. So it's not just humiliation, it's energetic feeding. And these celebrities are both victims and accomplices in the ritual. And the saddest part, we're all watching, posting, and making it work. But now I want to hear your theories on the Met Gala. Do you think Katt Williams is reading too much into it? Or do you think there's some truth to what he said about rituals and Baphomet worship? Drop your comments below and stay tuned for the next video.